Hey, I am back. Dang it. Oh, okay. That should do it. See, my phone is bigger now, and it doesn't really fit with like the other one used to. And well, part of the reason I haven't uploaded a video in a while is because we switched phone providers, and the provider that I am with now, I don't get that great of reception at work. I mean, I can still, get enough reception to text and talk on the phone and stuff like that, but surfing the web, uploading videos, because before I would just record a video on the way to work, and then before work, when I get to work before work, I would set the video to upload, and then the video would just upload while I was at work. But I can't do that anymore because the video, thanks for interrupting. It'll keep trying to upload and trying to upload and trying to upload, and it just burns through battery, and it's just like, good Lord. So I'll record a video and then won't upload it at work. I'll forget to upload it when I get home from work, because I get home from work late at night. I work stop with the notifications. Good Lord. I don't know if y'all can hear that. I certainly hope not. But I'll forget because I work the afternoon/evening shift for the post office, sorting mail and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll forget to upload it, and then the next day I'll forget, and then a few days later, and I'm like, do I really want to upload that video? So I won't upload it. That, and I've been dealing with some stuff. Those of you that don't know, I am a disabled veteran of the United States Marine Corps. I served in the Marine Corps for 7 years, and I got injured while I was in the Marine Corps. Never saw combat, never once saw combat. I was in combat areas, but I never once saw combat, not once. So I am not classified as a classified, whatever. I never saw combat. I did not get injured in combat. I did not get injured in theater. I did not get injured overseas. Okay, I got injured while performing my duties as a Marine at home in the United States. So this time of year with the cold and the moisture and all that stuff, it aggravates my injury, which aggravates my depression. I do suffer from depression, which aggravates that. And it is really hard to get out of bed on those days. For one thing, my shoulder's messed up. For one thing, getting out of bed and pushing myself up is painful. On a normal day, getting out of bed is painful. Pushing myself up, and then when I'm pushing myself up and my shoulder pops, in there, and it's painful, and then the depression amplifies it, because I'm just like, I'm worthless, I feel worthless. So I've been dealing with that. But I think things are good, getting better. I am seeing a medical professional who, I think things are getting better. So like crazy or anything. I just have depression because of stuff that happened, stuff that has happened. And yeah, and also my shoulder's messed up. I need a full shoulder replacement according to the orthopedic surgeon that I was seeing. I need a full shoulder replacement, but at 38 years of age, I am too young to be eligible. He said the best thing they can do is scope my shoulder to clean it up, because he said there's a lot of damage in there. I'm like, great. So you can fix my shoulder. You know what will fix my shoulder, but you're not going to do it. Great. And the reason is because it would wear out too fast and they would have to end up doing a second shoulder surgery. And I'm like, okay, and let's do a second shoulder surgery. I've already had 2 shoulder surgeries. Let's do the replacement. And in 10, 15 years, whenever I'm old enough to have my shoulder replacement surgery, we'll do it again then. I don't see the big deal in that, because I'm in pain every day. There's certain things I can't do. It hurts to wash my hair in the shower. And I'll be reaching for something and it'll kind of catch and hurt. And it sucks. It sucks worse than this vehicle driving 40. Oh, got up to 51 on the highway. So, yeah, sucks worse than that. But, hey, what are you going to do? You play with the hand you're dealt, try to make the best of it. So, that's the hand I was dealt. And so let's get on to other things. Okay, XFL. I like it. I like the XFL. The rule changes. I like the live mic for the coaches, which, if you are not familiar, the live mic is the coaches wear headsets and a microphone so they communicate with the coaches upstairs. They communicate with the players on the field. Also, players on the field have speakers in their helmets so that they can hear the play call from the offensive coordinator. In the NFL, it is just the quarterback and I think the middle linebacker. But in the XFL, it is all the skilled players, running backs, receivers, I believe the tight end, and the quarterback can hear the play call, so they all are on the same page. I honestly think that the only ones who don't have them are the offensive linemen. So, I like that. It just streamlines everything. And so, but the live mic, what that is the broadcast has access to the feed coming from the head coach. So they can play on TV, and they do play on TV, what the head coach is saying or what the coordinator is saying, what they're calling. And so I really like that. And I think that's a highway patrolman up here on the side of the road. And I was going 70 and a 60. But the vehicles around me were going the same speed, so. Okay, so back to XFL. I like the live mic. I really like that. I really do like that. It gets you in the game more. They also have sideline reporters, which the NFL has sideline reporters, but the sideline reporters in the XFL can interview players when they come straight off the field. So you got a player that just got an interception coming off the field and getting interviewed. And yes, I watched the very first game. I watched parts of the first 3 games. The last game was on ESPN, which we cut the cord, so we don't have cable anymore. We don't have cable anymore. That's part of the reason we switched phone providers, because yes, my reception isn't as good at work, which I work in a huge concrete building, million square foot facility for the post office. They have signals everywhere in the building, so it's going to get a little dicey in there with reception. But we're paying a quarter of what we were paying with the other phone provider, because we were with AT&T, and AT&T was just getting ridiculous. But cable, we had AT&T for cable also, and they were just getting ridiculous. We were paying for cable and phone, I think almost cable, phone, and internet. I think at the end it got close with not home phone but cell phone, and then the cable and the internet. It got to the point where it was almost $500 a month collectively. And so now that we cut the cord, all we have is Amazon Prime, and then we have the Disney Plus bundle, which we get ESPN Plus and Hulu and Disney. I'm saying with all of our subscriptions, we're probably a month. We're paying under $50 a month for a TV, and we got digital antenna. But back to the XFL. Couldn't watch the Dallas Renegades, which the Dallas Renegades I've decided is my team. I live in Norman, Oklahoma, a 3-hour drive from Dallas. Also, the Dallas Renegades head coach is Coach Stoops, Bob Stoops, and he was the head coach at the University of Oklahoma. So I've decided that is my team. And I was not able to watch their game because it was on ESPN. And I was really looking forward to listening to Coach Stoops' live mic, because he is very active. He, at least at OU, there are times that I would feel sorry for a kid who made a mistake coming off the field, because Stoops is an old school coach. He isn't one of those old school coaches. You know, he's not a bicycle pump coach. He doesn't inflate players' egos. He is that, hey, you have a job to do, you need to do your job, and if you don't do your job, I'm going to let you know you didn't do your job. He's that type of coach. But players love playing for him. And coaches, they did a poll where coaches around the NCAA, they said if you're not the option, but if you had a son who was going to play college football, what coach would you want to coach him? And you can't say yourself. The number one coach that other coaches said they wanted their kid to play for was Coach Stoops. So yes, he gets loud and in your face, but he's a great coach. So that's my team. Also, rule changes. I'm running a little late to work. Rule changes. I'm still going to be there on time, but later than I like to be. Rule changes. There are no more extra point kicks. Okay? They're trying to add excitement into the game, and the extra point kick is line-up kick. There might be one block a year. Maybe you might have a fluke year where you get 4, 5, or 6. Okay? In the NFL trying to add excitement, they moved the extra point kick from the because they're like, well, that was a gimme, so they're trying to add excitement. Well, the XFL decided we're not going to kick extra points. What we are going to do is, from the 2-yard line, you can go for 1 point. From either the 4 or the 5-yard line, you can go for 2 points. Or you can go for three points from the 10-yard line, and you run a play. So you, in that, notifications. And so you can, that adds to strategy, because, you know, and you can also, because you have a 3-point play, you could get a touchdown and come up with anywhere from 6 points to 9 points. You know, you could completely get stopped on the extra point try and get 0, so that would just give you 6 points, or you can get 7, 8, or 9 points. So I like that. The kickoffs, I understand why they did it, but it's weird. They kick off deeper in their own part of the field, and the players from the opposing teams line up 5 yards apart down the field. And cannot move until the receiving player touches the ball. Okay? And I understand why they do that, because a lot of injuries happen on kickoffs, because you'll have a guy that has 30 yards of steam built up, and he's been sprinting for 30 yards and hit a player that's standing still. You know, or hit a player that has been retreating backwards and then just started going forward again. And that's a lot of mass, a lot of speed, and yeah. So I understand why they're doing that. They're making the game safer, and also they speed up the game. I'm not going to get into all the rule changes, but those are the big ones. So I like the XFL. I'm going to keep watching when I can. So I hope the XFL actually stays around. I hope it does, because it'll give those kids from college who didn't get drafted or were on the cusp, you know, went to a training camp and got cut at the very end and not picked up by another team. It gives them the rest of the football season to work out and then play in the XFL. And the XFL is done by the time it gets back to training camp, and they could possibly be picked up by another team. What is that circle? There's a circle right there. But yeah, I like that. So I'm at work. I got to run in. And let me see. No! What is it doing? All right. Well, bye.